Guys, what is going on? I hope you guys are well. Guys, there's massive and breaking news coming out that Saudi Arabia have offered 100 million to Khabib Nurmagomedov to fight Floyd Mayweather. Now, Khabib's manager has come out and said this. If this is true, it seems hard how Khabib's going to turn down $100 million to fight Floyd Mayweather. I just can't see him turning it down. Now, we don't know whether it's a boxing fight, whether it's to do with MMA. In that case, then Mayweather's going to have to make a decision whether he wants to fight. And also, there needs to be two to tango. So, what's Mayweather's offer? Mayweather's got to accept also. Khabib may accept, but Mayweather might not accept. The money that they're offering Mayweather has to be sufficient. But I'm pretty sure if they've offered Khabib a fight, right, they must have already tied it up with Mayweather, and surely Mayweather would have a hand, because I heard that the Saudis were going to America to speak to Floyd Mayweather. This is what I heard. This is what I did hear, that, you know, they were going over to speak to Mayweather. So if that's the case, and Mayweather was seen training, we can't make much of that because Mayweather always likes to keep himself fit and in shape. But if this news is true, that Khabib Nurmagomedov has been offered $100 million to fight Floyd Mayweather, it seems hard for Khabib to turn that kind of money down. It'd be silly for him to turn that kind of money down, because we know that he's not making that kind of money in UFC. However, I will say that obviously Dana White's a kind of guy where he's got a contract with all these UFC guys, and he'd have to be involved in some shape, way or form. But we know now that he's working with Floyd Mayweather. He's already said that, you know, Mayweather's already said that, you know, he's going to be working with Dana White moving forward. So if that is, obviously that kind of makes sense, and it all ties up that this deal's been put together. Khabib Nurmagomedov fighting Floyd Mayweather. A lot of people are going to think it's a joke. I think, you know, we need to kind of make sure that these kind of facades don't go out of control, where they're happening every month or so, because, you know, we've seen this YouTube stuff. Now we're seeing Mayweather McGregor. It's okay. I have no problem with it on that kind of scale. On a Mayweather Khabib scale, where the whole world will probably stop for it, I have no problem. I just don't want to see like every Tom, Dick and Harry doing it, where even small fights are being televised, and you know, when they're not really that big. You know, fair enough, the big fights that are going to create a lot of attention, that's not a problem. Like Khabib Mayweather's massive. I know it's not a competitive fight, and it's a fight where, you know, Mayweather's going to win easily, especially if it's a boxing match. But I don't know. I don't know what to think of it. I don't know what to make of it. You know, these type of fights with Mayweather, I don't know what to make of it. It's a hard one, because on one face, you know the result, and most boxing fans like to see competitive fights. They don't like to see one-sided whoopings. And is it really good paying these guys that kind of money for a non-competitive event? Again, I don't know. It's a bit of a tricky one, because it's rather than a sporting event, it becomes more of a spectacle, more of an entertainment. Whereas all boxing is entertainment, but it just becomes more of a showcase, like more cinema rather than you know, actual sporting event. Because a sporting event is meant to be a competitive sporting event among two, you know, great fighters or two great football teams. In this case, it's one great boxer v a great UFC fighter, but it's two different sports. So I don't know what to make of it. But then, having said that, from a numbers point of view, it's going to do great numbers, because there's, you know, both Khabib and Mayweather are huge stars. So it's going to do great numbers when you put them two together. But it's like putting a badminton player against a tennis player in a tennis arena and expecting the badminton player to beat the tennis player in his environment. It's just not going to happen. So again, I can see both sides of the coin. But again, I like to see competitive sport. This isn't a competitive event. And it's a tricky one, because on one hand, I do a YouTube channel. For me, the views will be great. But on the second hand, being a hardcore boxing fan, I don't know whether it's a competitive event. It's not, and well, I know it's not a competitive event. But leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think about it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.